Sig's a very good babble player too, so that's like a lot of the skills from that can transfer over here with climbing. They're both going for a pretty standard opening. Sig's right now is playing defense, but you know, Geordi found a way up. Now he's just doing the same thing, you know, trying to get the dive kick on him. Little face off in the center there. Ooh, that was a nice hit. Doesn't get him too much, but you know, get him the lead for a second. And they're gonna put a little rodeo on there, and they're just gonna stay on this level for a little bit until someone gets a bigger lead. Okay, Geordi got the first lead, but Sig's gonna take that block he pulled and go right back, and now we're gonna have the same fight in the next level. Looks like he's trying to do something a little fancy, a little climb around the side, thinking in 3 dimensions. And that was a pretty good solve. They're back on the same level again. But there's a huge dive kick right there. So the problem is there was no one, they haven't been really covering their pads much, so it's really easy to climb right back up afterwards. And there you go, Geordi got the top.
Player 2. Round 2, ready, go.
All right, both do the same opening again. They're both gonna be in the level. Whoever pulls the block first is gonna be a little bit of disadvantage. I think he should have just climbed up, but I guess it wouldn't have made a huge difference either way. They're really just trying to get on the same level. They have to fight it out. Ooh, nice butt bump right there from Sig. Now he's got the lead. He's just going to stick with it. He's just going to keep climbing. He didn't cover his tracks very well. Oh, but now he's playing defense. There we go. That push right there just bought him a lot of extra time to start climbing and put Geordi at a much bigger disadvantage. So when you're climbing, you really got to cover your tracks, or else the other person's going to follow you right up the tower, and you don't want that at all. So Geordi's doing really good on the catch-up, though. He's holding his own, making really quick solves. Ooh, but he baited himself, and he fell down. And Sig was already at the top anyway, so 1-1 right now. Game 1. Sticking with the same game plan right now. Pulls the block up for the other person. This time, Sig's going to start climbing, and Jake's going to make it back up and then push him back down. This guy's going really even right now, so there's no one like really breaking away too far. He just decides to get off the block, doesn't want to keep going for it. Well, they're dancing around each other, seeing what they're going to do. Ooh, try to get him with a... He's going to try to hog the block, but he just went through him. All right, here we go. Sig's got the lead, and I think this might be it. There's no item spawning. Geordi's not in the best position, so Sig can just climb up. There's a solve, and he's doing a little disrespectful climb canceling in the name of our tournament. That right there is the climb cancel, at climb cancel for game 1. So I appreciate that, showing off a little bit of tech, a little bit of disrespect. It's sometimes use a mind game, but definitely doing that at the final block. You tell your opponent, you can't get back up. I'm gonna stay here, I'm winning. But I wanna see what you're gonna do before I win. There's no real risk in it, so it's like taunting.
Clock tower.
Only those cunning enough to figure out the traps within this machine will make it through. This dangerous stage is
going to clock tower. So Geordi tried to counterpick this earlier against Shas, and you know, it didn't work out too great for him, but maybe against Sig it'll work a little better. I don't think Sig is that big a fan of this stage. It's very volatile compared to some of the other stages. Oh, Sig's going for the 1-beer Bobby, so his side of the stage right now is going to fall down about a level. And then you really want to cross over, so see he pushed out his side of the stage like that. So then you really got to go to your opponent, and we're going to draw, because the tower fell for both of them at the same time. C's going to go for it again. Nope, they both just go for the standard opening this time. Geordi's doing the safe but slow opening, and Sig's just going to start climbing again. Ooh, Geordi's stuck on the dark block side, so it's a little harder to climb up this one, because it might take a little longer, but he's just crossing over, you know. Gets the block, throws it. That bomb's going to blow up right now, though, so I hope he has, yeah, there's his backup plan, but it's still pretty good. He's going to have to kind of climb around still. Yeah, he needs to cross over, like, right now. There he goes. He's trying to do a little push out, maybe stall it a little bit. Oh, and he gets a pin, but they're on a bomb block. So the problem is if you're on the bomb block and you pin, you can't just wait for the stage to fall if the bomb falls off before it. So what he did was he climbed up early. He knew that you couldn't push that out fast enough before he could react. And if Sig went up, he was just going to hit him back down. He was just going to walk on top of him, make him fall, and then he would have fallen on the other cracks block and hit himself. You're doing a little scrapping. I guess there's another one beer Bobby again. Ooh, that's a fun tech. If you pin someone and they're on a crack block at the bottom, you don't even have to wait for it. You can just run back and forth over it and hit a. Once you get 2 steps on it, it's gonna crack, gonna fall out of under you. So that goes to Geordi now. I guess, yeah, he's really embracing this stage and he's kind of figuring out how to play it. You know, Sig wanted to fight this time, and he said, nope, you can fight, but I'm going to win.
Clock tower. Underground prison.
So Sig already won on quadrangle, so he can't pick back there again. So he's probably thinking, because that's usually one of his go-tos. He might go Imperio against Geordi. I know they both like the stage, so.
On the light above will make it through this area. This stage is a loop.
Yep, Imperio it is. So we've seen a lot of Imperio this tournament because, and that's the thing about it, like, it's very unpopular against people who are already out of the tournament. But then at the higher level, a lot of the people like it. A lot of people think it's fun, and they just play on it because they can. Sig is one of the original great people, and so is these guys used to be the 2 best people at Imperio before Kat and Shaz started contending it too. So right now, Kat has the title. She's doing real good, but right before her, Sig had it, and right before Sig, Geordi had it of the best player on the stage. So every tournament at the end, after it's over, they do a best of first to 5, I think, to see who's going to win to be the next who wins the crown for Imperio. Ooh, you don't want to be trapped right there. There's a lot of sidling going on for Orange Sheets and Geordi's, but yeah, Sig can just sit there and, I mean, you have to find a different way up. You can't push it out of under him. You just have to wait for him to do what he wants to do. And now we're going to get those veil blocks. They can be anything except for the portal block. They can be spikes, they could be crack, they could be a bomb, they could be a monster block, they could be a normal one. Oh, they can't be an immovable one too because you have to move them. So, but everything else is fair game for them. So when you get on it, you usually step off because if you get on it and then you pull another block, if it's a spike block, you die. So you gotta be very careful with those. But sometimes if your push comes to shove, you don't have another choice. You just get on and start climbing. Right now we got Sig trying to farm for an item right now. So he got the X Factor, now he can climb back up. But you know, Geordi's gonna play some defense, gonna block him out, and since these X Factors give a lot less time, it's gonna be a viable strategy. Now Sig's gonna have to figure out another way up. Oh, we got another X Factor, which is nice, but it's a little, the defense is even stronger now at this point. So he's gonna have to grab that block, and it's still too little too late. Geordi's gonna take the first rose on game 3.
Round 2, ready, go.
All right, both going for the standard opening. Block favors Geordi this time. But he gets the X Factor. Very high X Factor spawn rate on this stage, so you get a nice little catch up right there. Ooh, that was a really nice push. He was standing on top of it, so he's gonna go down, and he just wants the block. But you know, Geordi's gonna climb. He set himself up really nicely for that. Another X Factor, there we go. High spawn rate, he's gonna chug that, get back up. Geordi's getting real far ahead this time. Covers his tracks a little bit, but not quite well enough, and now Sig's back in it. Ooh, that monster block was not a friend to Sig right there. That came out and just, you know, ruined his day for a bit. Geordi could have got the walking on sunshine there, but I don't think he was really paying attention as much. Just trying to do his own thing. He's set up a really nice place for himself right now. But Sig's kind of going to go around. It was an amazing solve right there. And now he's going to run over these blocks. He's actually setting up defense. I was mistaken. He wanted to set up a nice... It's going to be really hard for... Ooh! That was an interesting interaction. Usually you don't have enough frames to push that out when someone wants to contest it, but maybe that's a new game exclusive thing? I'll have to ask about that afterwards. Because that was a clean walking on sunshine usually. We got Frankie Sisto coming back up here.
I took Wiggly to a sudden death. He got me, but today is a good day. So how is this going here?
It's very close, very even. Each have one game, and they're on the third rose of this third game.
Wonderful.
So Imperio, you know, of course these two guys would go here. They just had a really interesting interaction I'm going to have to ask about. It might have been Sig being a little slow, or it might have been the new game allowing for it. But there was a potential walking on Sunshine where Geordi pushed the block when he should have been at frame disadvantage.
No.
So he didn't get hit. It was pretty wacky.
Right, his hitbox was in the block, right?
Well, so you know how walking on Sunshine works?
Yes.
So Geordi threw the block. Sig went to go hit him, and Geordi pushed the block.
Right.
But usually you're stuck in the animation of throwing it so they can hit you.
Oh.
So he pushed it out of under him somehow. I don't know how that worked. I have to ask about that. And I think it might just be a 60 FPS thing.
Maybe.
It might be,
yeah,
it might be a patch thing, or it could have just been Sig was a little slow on it, which then it's free. But yeah, there's a lot of good defense happening in this game with that dark block row. But yeah, these guys always find a way back up.
Yeah.
Once you get here, it's really tough. They haven't been climbing much. They've been playing defense here.
Yes.
They just stop and they're gonna say, you know what, we're gonna make it hard for you to get up.
Yes. Am I playing?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Called off again.
Oh, God. All right. I got Dacid Bro and Windjammers. I'll be back.
Okay, so that was a pretty good throw. Gave him 2 options up, which is nice. Oh, now it's over. You can't, there's nothing he can do. Geordi's just gonna stand there. Oh, I didn't realize he had a block there, but, you know, Geordi had a very strong position. Sig had to act. So now Geordi's up 2-1 over Sig. This could be Sig's tournament game right now, so he has to pick very carefully where he wants to go. Can't go back to Quadrangle. He can go anywhere else he wants. Looks like he's going underground, which is, you know, very neutral stage, very good for both people. I want to see what he does, because if he doesn't do anything, Geordi's just going to climb. Geordi loves to climb this stage. So it's either going to be a race, or he might try to break out the stage and bring Geordi back down, which I think would be a good play. I think if you're the, I don't think, if you have one of the first rows, you might want to try to climb, but if climbing doesn't work, you should definitely push. These guys are both extremely fast climbers, so. Sig's going for kind of a weird opening here. So I think he's just like, I'm going to cross over now, use the more stable side of the stage. More pushes, more farming. Oh, and see now he's pushing out a bit, I think. He's trying to, but I mean, Geordi was a little too high for him to do that. So. Like I said, Geordi's just going to go to climb. He doesn't want to fight. He just wants to go above you, get the stage advantage. Easy solve, easy win. First rows. I definitely think Sig should push out right now, but you know, he's a better player than me, so we'll see what he does. Nope, he's going to climb again. He separated up a little bit, but I think there's a little better RNG for the stage, how the stage fell for Jake. So, but now it's bad for him, you know. He did a good solve, but it did take a little time. So now the player's about even. There's no straight play. They're playing with this block right here, pushing it back and forth. Neither of them want it on their side because it prevents them from climbing. So they're just going to keep pushing it back and forth. I'm surprised there's no, when the players are close together, it's less likely an item's going to spawn too. So if you just stay one level above your opponent, there's a bigger chance they won't pull like an X Factor or something. Ooh, he got that just barely before the blocks fell. Yeah, and he's saying, you know what? He's going ahead proving me wrong. He said, I don't need that solve. Oh no, oh no! There's the X Factor coming into play. He just went up there. It was clearly Sig's game to lose, and Geordi just stole it out of under him. He said, I have the X Factor. You're not going to solve fast. If you have to push blocks, I just have to climb. So that means we're going to have a run back from the winners finals for Grands. In the first seed versus the second seed of the tournament. And the winner of this will have officially won the most climb cancels for Catherine Classic. So this is going to be another fun match. The one problem with having the two TOs in the grand finals is that they have to make sure to set up to run the rest of the tournament before getting on the sticks up there. But yeah, all these games looking great. This tournament's been going great so far. It's a little delayed, but you know, it happens. You're running so many games. But yeah, after this, we're going to have some Windjammers. So anyone who's waiting for Windjammers, you're going to get up soon. About to have Sig step on the mic here.
Hey.
That was a heartbreaker. The last one where he got the X Factor.
Yeah. As soon as he got it, I was like, man, I need a. Do you need a break?
I'm good, yeah. I was saying that I thought you should have pushed to make him not climb. But then I said, you know, he's a better player than me, so he kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I was just trying to get. I was trying to hopefully Saito there before he could jump, but the hitbox.
Well, I mean, at the beginning of the last game, I thought you should have pushed to make him fight. I think he's a better climber, or he's a better. You might be the better fighter, but I also said you know what you're doing, and you know you had the advantage for almost the entire game. So I was like, you know what, he proved me wrong.
Yeah, I messed up. I did some pretty slow stuff at the top because I thought it was off, and I thought I had to cross over, and I didn't.
He also got the better RNG at the beginning because how the stage fell. He got the faster climb.
Yeah.
It's how it goes.
Yeah, you know, just capping things. Looks like Shas and Geordi once again are top 2 at climb cancel.
He counterpicked you to Clock Tower. He used to hate Clock Tower. He was the biggest Clock Tower hater, and then he learned that one solve at the beginning.
He has a new opening.
Yeah, and he's like, this stage is great. I'm going to take everyone there.
Yeah, part of me wanted to run it back to Clock Tower because I felt like I could have beat him there.
Dude, the one beer things you're doing some good
yeah, some second bomb
breaks.
openings.
Yeah.
Because I knew what opening he was going to do, so I was like, okay, just give it to my side of the stage and just play some defense over him for a minute.
What I do like to do is sometimes if I'm going for the one beer, because if the other person sees you doing it, they know you're going to cross over.
Yeah.
They know you're coming. But if you start doing it, but then you don't like push the bomb out, you can just climb. It only falls down one level.